Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, the Bawanas to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to luck out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Right, I just want to get into a quick lesson. I believe I'll entitle it of the times and seasons, and of course that's based off of here in the book of First Thessalonians, the fifth chapter, and so First Thessalonians 5:1. But other times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So just in general, the times and the things in which we living in, we know how detrimental they are to our salvation. We know, how the prophecies are rolling. We know that we only have just a few prophecies left, and it's pretty much, just not a game, I would say, but it's just like a waiting type of thing. That's why the scriptures say, "Wait ye patiently upon the Lord," because now it's just, we have to continue to stay upon our watch. Continue to stay what we're doing, continue to strive for perfection, and just hold on firm. Because in the midst of where so many others, like according to the apostles mentioned, like how, back in One West and everything. And, a lot of guys thought that, the Lord was coming back in the year 2000. And then when it didn't happen, they fell out. So as times are rolling, we see things happening, but things aren't, to that major, major detriment in which we would like it to be. Some within these times may cause them to lose faith. Like, damn, I've been doing this for a minute. I've been, what I'm saying? Like, when is I'm not hearing nothing of the, and that's where the patience comes in. That's where the patience comes in. Being patient, because we already suffering in this world anyway. So why not continue to suffer righteously for the Lord? Why lose patience now in a time like this? When our faith is supposed to be upped, from 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, and specifically speaking to verse 2, at the day of the Lord, taking people as a thief in the night. Majority of these people, as we know, are asleep out here in the world. So we have the advantage, the upper hand on the rest of the world. It's just like you're in a race. We are in a race. So yeah, and it's like in a race, you're looking at the other person's stance. You're looking at the, they posturing. You might be watching them train before they run and stuff like that. You get to study them. You might have studied their other races and things like that. They might have not have done no studying. But through your study, you've calculated their moves, and what advantages you have upon them in the race. So we know what advantages within this race that we have, that the day of the Lord isn't going to take us as a thief in the night, because we are thoroughly being prepared and examining our enemy as our enemy is trying to examine us, which is Satan. Spiritual demon Satan, as well as his physical counterpart, Esau, the so-called white man. All right. And that's very key. Like, even in football, they tell you that a lot of it comes down to film study, knowing the defense, knowing the defense, knowing the coverages that they're coming. Okay, well, knowing how to audible when you see this type of coverage, so on and so forth. Just knowing what to do in those key situations. And that's what the Lord has blessed us with. He gave us an audible, within this world to switch up our lives and to cleave unto him more and more day by day. And that's one of the most beautiful things about this, that the Lord sought to have favor upon us to reel us into this truth, and speaking on the point of, just being sober in us as being watchmen, you know. Um, I hate when this thing do that. All right, where is it? All right, come on. It's lucky. Why this thing go over like that? I don't know what just happened. It's doing this. I'm trying to go to Slovakia. What's up with this one? See, this is Satan right here. See what I mean? This is Satan. I'm trying to scroll. Matter of fact, let me just go to. I think I took out the other Bible app in here. Cause it's not allowing me for some reason. I don't know what just happened to go to just the chapters and things in general up top how it's supposed to. Okay, there we go. Alright. Satan always trying to get in the midst of something. But as we said, we know the enemy, so these things are to be expected. Okay, so Salaki for that. All right, this Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not thy silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So this goes hand in hand, with 1 Thessalonians 5, because the Lord told us what to be sober, and let us not sleep as do others. So as us not sleeping as others, what we're being those watchmen upon the walls, not holding our peace day or night. So we not getting no rest, man. We not getting no rest, so we not going to give the Lord no rest and putting up them prayers unto the Lord, that he bring us what he promised to our forefathers, and that he bring Esau, this damn devil, down, which is justice, and it's only right. So, the Lord gave us powerful tools, by giving us his name, by giving us the Hebrew language and being able to pray unto him, to get us out of these situations so that we can stand firm, in the midst of all the BS, that's constantly going on out here, And it also made me want to go to Romans 13. And this is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Because, in those times where we know, like I said, we know a lot of stuff is going on, but it's not to the detriment in which we would like them to be. That's when we got to know that, look, our salvation is that much more closer. Is that much more closer, and that allows you to keep that firm spirit, man, whereas, those other guys during the 2000s, they didn't keep that same fervent spirit, for the simple fact that, they didn't recognize that at least we getting closer to our salvation. That is one of the key factors. And, how they say, the hardest thing about being in the truth is standing in the truth. And, you need those mental things to keep you in remembrance, every single day. And we already know why we fighting, so that should never be the issue. We already know why we fighting, but to stand firm and stand tall with so many others, have fell off, have given up on the Lord. We're still here and we're still fighting every day, with the bravery, with the courage, with the spirit of the Lord, the shield, the faith, the helmet of salvation, all due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we have to keep that, near and dear to us, and cherish the fact that we have this word with us, and that the Lord is guiding us in our steps every single day, even though as we know that this road is going to be very rough, but we have to keep, that same energy, so to speak, and now let me read on a little bit. It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in riotness and drunkenness, and in chambering and in wantonness, not in envying, not in strife and envying. But put ye on the Lord Yahushua, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. And what we're doing our best to fulfill, the lust that we have for the Lord, because lust itself, the word is not bad, but it's what you lust after. That's what makes it right or wrong. We lust after the salvation of the Lord. We lust after the treasures, the jewels, the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding that the Lord has provided unto us, that we could continue to be nourished fervently in the spirit, man. So, of these times and seasons, hey, we know what we got to do, and we have to hold firm to that, because we signed that verbal agreement, that spiritual contract with Yahweh Shema Shah, as us coming into this truth that we would serve him till death do us part, if need be, because we know with the prophets of old, a lot of that was required. So, we just have to be constantly prepared and be ready for, the things that are at hand, So with that, I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, the one to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to like out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. Shalom.